Alright, so we're going to speak on all things final, Shadowbringers, experiences, and all that other trivial bullshit. And we are live.
Indeed, we are live. Jabal Brothers. All things final.
Yes.
Time out.
Back again? Oh, man.
I'll let y'all know what happens in that room.
Yep, this is true.
Area 50. That's how I get to Area 51.
They clapped them alien cheeks.
Shout out to Real Logic TV. That shit was funny. That shit was fucking hilarious. So, Shadowbringers. All things final, fellas.
Ooh,
Let's start off with the intro, shall we? As I said, we are the Jabal Brothers, but collectively, that's what we are. Now, individually, I am Sir Mackleton Fauntleroy the Third, Esquire, man. And to my immediate right, we got...
It's your boy B for real. B-E-E-F-E-R-A-L.
This nigga just spell his name?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, it's a unique spelling.
I ain't mad at it at all.
And it is your boy E-Stop. E-S-T-O-P. Holding it down.
E-Stop. Literally, E-Stop. Man, so what, 2 weeks removed now?
Yes, sir.
From the official release. And if I had to sum it up, I would just say,
yep. Job well fucking done.
knocked it out the fucking park, sir.
Thank you, Yoshi P. Thank you, Squeenix.
Holy.
Thank you, Dev Team. Y'all worked y'all ass off. Y'all put y'all whole foot in this one.
The whole foot in somebody's toenails. Goddamn. The whole thing.
The whole foot.
From just starting it to goddamn the music to the dungeons
Right.
to the characters to the cutscenes. Goddamn everything. It wasn't nothing in there. I was just like, what the fuck? What is this game at this point? If you complaining about it at this point, man, you just need to go play another game. You won't ever be satisfied at this point if you're not satisfied with this. I actually heard somebody in the main scenario roulette say if they ever got rid of the cutscenes in the future 8-man raids, I wouldn't be mad at it. Said first of all, it's an MMORPG, so if you're trying to get rid of story cutscenes, bro, you in the wrong game.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's a story-based MMO, like hardcore.
Hardcore story-based. That's half the fucking fight. So I mean, if that's what you're looking for, bro, that's why they got games like Black Desert.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But those are, most MMOs are designed to be PvP oriented, and of course, most of these cats playing this game don't like that because they trash. They can't even play these streamlined ass jobs in this game. So ain't no way in hell you gonna play Black Desert where the shit matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm off topic. Let's just jump right into it, man. First off, the goddamn dungeons.
Ooh.
Home is the Switch. Don Meg, Kitana Ravel,
I love that
Malik
place.
as well. Goddamn, what else we have? Mount Gold, the 3 expert roulette dungeons, Academia, Amarat, the Twining.
I've been to none of those.
You've been to none of these?
None past Kitana Ravel.
Damn, we spoiling it today, brother.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Look, man, but look,
I don't
so
care.
wait, that mean you ain't been to the final area yet?
Oh, not yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna talk about the final era without going into spoilers, but
Nah, we gonna have to, bro. It's
Oh,
2
yeah,
weeks
it's
out,
true.
two
No,
weeks out.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
so we 2
it's
weeks out,
okay.
man.
Like I said, it's...
He ain't seen Xanarkin yet. He'll get to see Xanarkin in a little bit. That's code name, by the way. That's code name. It's not a real thing. It's code name. I'm just gonna call it Xanarkin for lack of as a spoiler.
beautiful fucking place, dude.
But
And this is like pre-sin.
nah, it's not even like the city it don't even compare to Xanarkin as far as the look go. Like Xanarkin is much more futuristic, but this shit look like New York.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's beautiful.
It's fucking gorgeous, and
Damn.
and that Tempest. How about that Tempest theme though?
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying?
Like the music in this expansion has
Jeez.
really blown me away.
Soaking,
Yeah.
Every
soaking
single
it.
dungeon.
Soaking is clowning, man.
Oh, yeah. Soaking and
Soaking
Yoshi,
is
man.
clowning. Like, Jesus Christ. That underwater aquarium, before you get to the city, the underwater aquarium, but no water. Mm-hmm. Yet there's a... I don't even understand that. Goddamn underwater. So our first underwater aquarium experience was actually in what I guess you could say Shastasha. Mm-hmm. Then we got Shastasha Hard, and then we got Shisui.
Oh, she's sweet, the Valentine.
And now we got a whole area in general that's an underwater aquarium. You can't. How do motherfuckers fish out here? How do you eat the fish out there? Because think about it, most of the shit that's fish out here, you fighting.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's trying to eat your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want some sushi in this motherfucker, you might have to fight for it. just to eat it. You know what I'm saying? You might have to cast fire on that bitch or something to make sure it's dead. It's the craziest thing, but that theme though, and that underwater aquarium, bro, is so R&B. It's so chill, so mellow, bro. I just knew Carl Thomas was gonna come in that bitch and start grabbing the air. How them niggas do with the white shirts on, goddamn, grabbing the air. That's why R&B ain't as good as it when niggas ain't grabbing the air no more, fam.
Nope. Hitting their knees, none of that.
Yeah, bro, you gotta be out here begging God, please.
Yeah, bro, you gotta cry, man. You gotta cry.
You gotta cry out here, bro. Real out here. It's hard out here, bro.
Speaking of music, man, like, because during Heaven Sword, my favorite area to camp at would be Zenith. Just because it had, like, really subtle Dragon Song piano keys in the back.
All you
and
heard
it was just all day, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can log out here. I'll stay here all day until that shit kick me out. Okay.
Right.
Ratika Greatwood? Oh, my God.
And apparently Ratika was in 1.0.
Ratika Greatwood. It was in 1.0?
I think it was in
I've heard-
1.0. It was in the original release of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I've heard somebody make a comment about that in the shout chat. They were like, man, this gives me that 1.0 feel. I'm like, really? So I had no idea.
Yeah.
I see. I came at 2.0.
Yeah, we all came in as 2.0.
Yeah, I came in at 2.0, so I ain't quite know. I didn't know that was a thing, but you know, as some would duly note that lady is saying you gonna catch Ebola.
That's what it exactly sounds like.
She sounds like in the highest pitched of tones in the most LBGT confidence of all of it, which means that's high ass confidence, saying that you gonna catch Ebola. You know what I'm saying? It's the funniest shit because it's stupid, but it's that damn theme is ridiculous. And the battle music, I didn't see that battle music coming though. I thought we was gonna get some little. You know, I don't know what expected, but that when the damn drum started playing, it's like I don't know who want to fight, but I'm down.
Oh yeah, man, I'm loving it. Every time I get into a new instance, like just like in a storyline, not even like a real like dungeon, but just an instance.
Right.
That music come on, I'm like, I'm ready to fight now.
Man, you talking about that story theme, that story mode theme? That shit. Look,
It's
man,
amazing.
I almost failed the duty because I timed out damn near just listening to the thing. Like I really fucking did. So I was just like, wait a minute, this shit is great. And then the final dungeon boss thing. Like I really fucking like that. So I was just like, plays at the final dungeon boss battles. And then that shit is the final dungeon boss thing. Like I really fucking like that. So I was just like, no, I'm talking about like dungeons, like the final boss dungeon things. Like really fucking like that. So I was just like, no, I'm talking about like that dungeons, like the final boss dungeon things. Like so I can need that. No, I'm talking about like that dungeons, like these really final boss dungeons things. Like so I can need that. No, they made it dungeons, like these really final boss dungeons. I don't know what y'all missed. They just got here. Ugh.
Yeah, bad.
That's what I was in.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, bad. I don't know.
That's what I was in. What the hell is that?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot?
Bad. I don't know.
That's what I was in. Yeah.
See, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in. Yeah.
See, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
But it's like coming in, like, see, once you made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
Let's start where we made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
Let's start where we made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
Where we made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
Where we made the Area 51 comment, we said there we go.
Oh, that's a is it reboot? Area 51 guys what I was in.
Where we made that might have fixed this scene. Yep, there we go. All right, we're gonna start where we were talking about the end of the dungeons.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that, folks. Had some weird shit going on. But,
Yeah, desktop audio was clipping in with our mic audio. It is fixed now. We should be good.
all right. Okay, so end of the what the fuck was I saying? End of the dungeon because we was on a tangent. End of the dungeon. We talked about the dungeons. After that, we went to jobs. Okay, so yeah, so far everything feels satisfying. AOE. Every single thing. Machinist melts. Every job I've seen so far. Like I said, the most boring thing I've seen is Samurai. And that's not because, well, their AoE is kind of lackluster, but it also didn't get anything added.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I think, got some sort of AoE skill added. So, but Samurai also does decent damage with its AoE. So there's also that. But everything else, man, goes to work. Where everything melts single target, everything melts AoE wise. Hell, even the tanks. Even the tanks.
Oh, yeah, tanks do a lot of damage.
Even the tanks can want to work.
Wow,
You know what I'm saying? But that's scary. You know, like I said, the average person, I was telling Brian, I was like, the average person has to wonder, though. Well, not the average, but the person that's looking forward to the next upcoming raids and content and stuff has to wonder, what the hell are we getting into? Mm-hmm. What is it that's making them streamline the classes and make this shit so straightforward? Like, that tells me this content we get probably finna be nutty.
Because truth be told, if you really think about some of the primals or instances we have faced, they haven't been easy. They've been shit that we're used to because we're raiders and we play in-game content. But some of this shit, I've been like, yo, this is on normal mode. Mm-hmm. I can just imagine what extreme is.
Yeah, it's something to think about because I mean, usually when the raids drop, we get a 24-man. We're getting Yorha this time around. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we're getting New Game Plus as well, and then we're getting, of course, with the raids dropping, that means we get the Worth It tomes. Mm-hmm. So that means those tomes are going to be probably 460. Mm-hmm. Because I think the highest gear right now you get out of Innocence is 450, and out of the two extremes are 450. Right. So the tomes are probably going to be 460 or 465. I'm thinking 460 because they don't do odd numbers. On, type gears, not no 465 or no shit like that. So I'm thinking that's going to be 460 gear, and then of course we'll be able to upgrade to 70 using Yorha. Mm-hmm. And Yorha itself might be either 460 or 465. Right. So I feel like Yorha gonna be a bitch too. I feel like Yorha gonna be, because he's letting fucking Yoshitaru do this. So Yoshitaru is probably going to utilize the brim of our mechanics, and it's probably not going to feel like a Final Fantasy raid. It's probably going to feel like we're playing Nier Automata. And I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm ready for that. So there's that. How y'all feel about y'all jobs so far? Is it worth it? Do y'all not as good as y'all thought so far? How you feel?
I'll speak to those healer challenges we were speaking on earlier. For Astro, I'm just not feeling this class right now. As far as the buffs go. Because now they just...
You hurt his feelings, man.
You know, I'm so sorry, Arbor. I'm so
hurt
sorry.
his feelings, man. He just rolled over and died.
He's oh, man.
He's the realest warrior light of all time. Next to us. Nah.
Darkness.
But, yeah, man, it's just, I don't like the fact that all the buffs do the same thing. I mean, and it's really only versus the healer. And then, I mean, let's speak on divination. You know, you have to get 3 different seals to get a 6% damage increase to the entire party. And then it's only 6%, but there's a 180-second cooldown. Like, that hurts.
It's 3 minutes. Nah, that needs to be dropped to at least 2.
That hurts. At least 2.
At least 2.
Or increase the potency on it to something.
Yeah.
You know, or at least increase the potency maybe to like what? What's that monk move? Not Wheel of Fire, but I'm thinking
Riddle of Fire?
Riddle of Fire. Yeah, like a 30% damage increase. Put the 30.
Yeah.
Because 6 ain't cutting it. Like, if it's going to be 180 seconds, make it 30%.
It needs to be something where it's like, hey, divination up yet? Somebody they need to be looking for. I feel
Exactly.
Like, and I heard it's good. Like, all the healers are good. But I'm hearing that Astro is the least fun.
Yeah, because it's just so basic. Because there was so much utility. Because me playing as a main Astro, you know, I feel like as an Astro, you are a quarterback in a sense of your party. Because everybody else can do their jobs, but as a healer, you got to be dialed in on everybody. You got to know what's going on, especially on Astro. Because back in 4.0, you know, if my tank died, oh shit, okay, he's coming back up with no TP. I got to get him TP now. So I got to be thinking about that way ahead. You know, or my healer goes down, crap, they need mana now. They just popped their Lucid Dream before they died. So I know he ain't got it. Boom, on you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it gives you that opportunity to bring your party back from the depths. Or if, like, shoot, we're about to get hit with a hard mechanic. Maybe my Scholar didn't have TP because he just got back. So the only defensive buff is going to come from me. So that AoE bowl plus my shields and my regen, whatever, that'll get us through whatever until he gets back to where he needs to go. Yeah. So they kind of stripped us of that. Now the healing aspect of it is cool. I like that with horoscope, getting like the horoscope Helios, and then you can pop it again. That's just an extra AoE heal that you have. I don't like the fact that they took away like the time dilation and things like that because like we're less of a time mage now. Took that away? Yeah, so
I thought they kept that.
You know, I was hoping that they would have kept all the buffs because I was hoping that the Spire was going to be a direct hit buff.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
made sense.
That I thought that was going to be cool, like sweet, but they just stripped it of everything. They're like, okay, half of these buffs go to DPS and they can go to a range, but it's going to be like 4% less.
It's strange, and then like it's not like it does make a difference, right? Because you're going from 3 to like what 6 or 2 to 6. So I mean, there's a 4% difference, but at the same time, even the 6%, I guess I get it because like you put 6%, it's not a lot by itself, you know what I'm saying? But if you add the fact that somebody is using some sort of buff to buff their damage, like Lance Charge for Dragoon or Fist of Fire, that's 10% for Monk. Ninjas I don't think have a buff, but
no, we just get attack speed.
Yeah, so there. I mean that helps y'all out, but y'all also got trick attack. You know, so y'all got shit to help drop defense. So instead of y'all getting attack buffs, y'all got defense debuffs. You know what I'm saying? So that adds up. It's just everybody can kind of benefit from it. Hell, even Gunbreaker's got a fucking attack buff. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can benefit from it if you throw it on top of something. By itself, it's not. Yeah, so I get that. I don't know too much about the healers, but I know Scholar was getting hell for a little bit due to the lack of DPS, but the heals are good. White Mage, I'm hearing, is out here 60k people with misery.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the Flatus is misery. I mean, they out here 60k in content. So I'm like, how y'all out DPS in the DPS, bro?
I mean, but White Mage has always been the DPS.
Okay,
they've always been.
They've never been able to out deep Scholars though, and the fact that they can do it now. It's kind of well, in a sense they can, because at first they really just had stone. They've got something for single target. They've got something for AOE. But when it comes to AOE, we all know that ain't nobody fucking with a Scholar.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Not from a heal standpoint of DPS.
Right.
You know, Astros, we don't talk about those. So Because we ain't got Astros ain't got shit. It's really like y'all got great. You got gravity. And I can buff the rest of y'all skills. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing else to it. Tanks, Warrior still hits harder than all four. Mm-hmm. After that, it might. I think Dark Knight got it.
Yeah, Dark Knight.
I'm pretty sure Dark outdeeps
Gunbreaker hits hard.
Gunbreaker does hit hard, but I don't think it don't hit Dark hard. Because we ain't got no type of fail cleave. Mm-mm. You know, we ain't got no inner release fail cleave skill like they got. So the fact that they can just blood spill her away. I mean, the most I've hit for was my blasting zone hit for 40K. Mm-hmm. That was a crit. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers can top 40K no problem, I'm sure. So, and then we don't, you know, it's a jack of all trades tank. You know what I'm saying? It feels, I think it feels good. It feels good for what it is. It feels different. But all in all, it makes a better off tank. Mm-hmm. As far as off tanks goes, it's going to be hard to compete with it. Because it's got Heart of Stone, it's got Aurora, it's got all these skills it can pass to other people. Heart of Light, which is a big magic buff. You know what I'm saying? So it's got something for everybody. Okay. But it's better as an off tank role, but it can definitely, you know, so y'all have seen me play. You can definitely maintain if managed properly. So it's a think you manage tank, but it's also don't overwhelm yourself. It ain't that serious. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But as far as cool points go, it's second place because Dark Knight probably got that first place.
Yeah, Dark Knight is just a beautiful ass job.
And speaking of Dark Knight, holy shit, they got black mage skills damn near. They're like Reapers out here now with great swords and shit.
Need them to get a motherfucking sight so they're gonna be like Reapers.
Hey man, you know what? Get off that Mog station, cuz.
You know what? I actually saw Dark Knight. I had him in the burn, and he had a scythe equipped. Yeah. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Look how great
that Mog station, that Mog station scythe, man. Because that's so, I ain't gonna lie, their armor looks real cool. Like on this, the armor looks dope. In the trailer, the armor looks dope. Look at that shit in game, and it looks like trash.
Put that shit on VR, it really looks like trash.
You put that shit on in game, you be like, what the fuck you got on, bro? It's just a bunch of black plates of just whatever the fuck.
Yo, fuck this case.
And then the goddamn the sword look like it's the weathered great sword you would use at level 30 or 50 or some shit.
Don't even get
their armor. Oh yeah, like it is such a basic sword. Bro.
Their armor always looks so goddamn used up and gritty. I get it, you're a Dark Knight. You know, you look like you're supposed to be fucked up. I guess. You know what I'm saying? But damn, dog, Stormblood armor was the best Dark Knight armor. Well, Heaven's Ward armor was also dope as fuck.
Heaven's Ward armor had the best armor in my opinion.
Heaven's Ward's armor was clean. But Stormblood armor was clean too. I don't know about that helmet. But that Stormblood armor was clean too. And then we got here and I'm like, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not like ugly. But it's like, that shit look used. Like, somebody should have spit shine that shit before they put it on. But you look here, this shit shiny. Look in the trailer, shit shiny.
That shit dusty.
Yeah, you get in that game, look like you rolled that shit around the Crystarium. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ran from Eulmore, fell in some meal, and came back. Like shit look ridiculous. So it's like, bruh, I don't get it. But my favorite tank armor right now is Warriors.
Warrior, okay.
Like Warrior, because it's almost like paying homage. I don't know if y'all noticed, but a lot of the artifact gear, barring like the Ivy's new jobs and shit, but like a lot of the artifact gear is really kind of prehistoric. It's kind of past looking. Mm-hmm. So Warriors I like more on tanks because it kind of pays homage to his first armor, his Realm Reborn armor.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it, if you've seen it before, if you think about his armor, he really just got like, it's like a jacket now. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, he's still going out here with the big ass meat cleaving axe and shit. So it kind of pays homage to it. And I'm like, because I always looked at the Warrior armor and was like, I looked at it like I look at Dark Knight's new armor now. It's like, who just took some clothes and just put that shit together?
Looked like he got in a fight with a bear and he beat the bear and just put his fucking skin on.
He beat the bear and then he had like a few pieces of plate mail and just put one on the shoulder and one big, and then like he had two pieces of helmet, and he said he put one on his head and he put one on his wrist. Goddamn man.
Hold on, I think we strayed away from it. Okay, so we talked about Astro. You're also playing Dancer. So how are you feeling about Dancer?
I'm loving Dancer. All in all, I think it's a wonderful class. It's an amazing class. I'm glad that over time, as the weeks have gotten away from the release, I'm seeing less and less in my raids. Thank goodness.
I'm waiting on it still, man.
You know,
DPS Qs at 60 still kind of ignorant.
Man. God, yes.
So I'm so glad I got all mine out the way. I'm just focusing on healing next. So.
And so that's actually what I'm focusing on right now after getting Dancer to 80. But all in all, man, I love the utility of it. They pretty much gave everything that I wanted them to give to Astro, including that direct hit buff to Dancer. With Devilment, you get a crit and direct hit buff at the same time. Share that with your dance partner.
That's ridiculous.
I love that dance partner thing they got.
Yeah,
that's
just,
that shit.
but there's a gripe with that now because it seems like a lot of people, mainly tanks, it seems like they're almost trying to bully dancers into making them their dance partner.
I can see warriors doing that shit.
I don't see nobody doing that shit over a DPS unless you a a higher DPS. But
even
tanks,
then, it's like I'd rather my DPS get a
it's
exactly.
like I wish a paladin would. Hey, you need to get that to me so my damage can go up. But this black mage over here, your damage will go up. His damage up.
Exactly.
Period.
And really for me, what I do is because I saw here I'm in a 14 chat on Facebook, so somebody posted a question about that the other day. It was like 300 comments deep.
Jeez.
So all in all, my take on it is it really just depends on your situation. Like if I'm in a 4-man dungeon and we're at the beginning of the dungeon, if I have a bard or any kind of AoE specialist in the beginning, it's going to him because we're about to go into a big ass pool right now. I want the person with the AoE to do the most damage, so obviously that's who's gonna get it. I don't care. When we get to the boss, my single target person, I got a dragoon, ninja, whoever, you'll get it. So it really just depends. Now if I have a DPS die and especially my melee, I'm gonna give it to the tank.
Right.
Makes
sense at that point.
He's the next person that's gonna do the most damage. I'm not gonna give it to the healer unless I just ain't got nobody.
I seen a motherfucker give it. I don't know if it was an accident or he was trolling. I actually seen a motherfucker give it to an Astro.
Wow.
I was like, at that point,
that must have been his friend.
I don't know, because at that point, the tank got every right to turn around and be like, "Bro, you could have gave it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
If you didn't want to give it to the deeps,
For
like
real,
you could have gave it to me at that point, bro.
That
Come on, man." But that shit that was nuts. Let's talk about a couple of the cutscenes we saw. Some of them were pretty fucking memorable, right? I think the biggest one that sat on everybody's mind at the beginning was when Tesleen got converted into a Sin Eater.
Yeah, that fucked with me.
That caught me off guard.
Right in front of what's his name, Holrick, the little Arad pale ass boy. That motherfucker already catatonic, and he just standing up to myself.
It was just such a creepy moment.
It was just like, yo, and it don't help that he pale as fuck. He the same color as a Sin Eater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just
watching that bitch just
and I was fully expecting him to transform and just take off with it. I was like, you might as well go now.
At this point, it was so deep though, man, because she was still trying to turn and like she was trying to, convey her last words to him.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I figured when it being a catatonic, that would have broke him. But no, he was still over there like,
And it was just such an emotional moment too, like just for like Alizé, just to
man.
put yourself in her shoes,
dude,
man.
Alizé was
I
hurt.
felt so bad for her, man.
low battery exchange.
Alizé was hurt because like, oh, so y'all just gonna cut the battery.
Okay.
It was, but I heard that if you did Holminster with Alizé, like with the trust system, you had Alizé with you. I heard she did a lot of that shit was kind of deep for her. Like it was hard for her to even fight her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna probably go back and use that trust system.
Okay, yeah.
Just to see that happen.
Okay.
Plus, I have not touched the trust system.
Yeah, me either.
I haven't trusted.
Not for negative reasons. It's just because number one, that trust system is there to help people out that has issues with a dungeon.
Right.
Like, if you don't know where to stand, if you don't know what to do, the only thing I hear they don't do well is AoE.
Oh wow.
I hear they don't AoE very well. But like other than that, they know where to stand, they know where to go, so things like that can help you out. But other than that, I didn't think they were so deep into the dungeon like they spoke doing certain things in the dungeon.
Right.
It made sense in Holminster, so I was like, okay, that makes sense, and I'll probably try the trust system at some point when I just get bored. I don't know. Like I still would rather play with some randos. At least they AoE.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn sure don't want to be in there all day. Let me see. Miniphilia. Miniphilia.
Miniphilia. All right.
Not Miniphilia.
Miniphilia, who we now know as Reen officially.
Reen.
Reen is actually like, okay, so she is comes from a long line of other girls that were taken over by Minphilia. I guess it's weird because Minphilia is taking over these little girls and kind of not like, it's not for a bad thing, but she's still kind of taking their will away to live their own lives.
Right.
So if you think about it, in the first, she's almost like the Ascian of the first.
Yeah.
Because the Ascians did the same thing to Thancred. Mm-hmm. You know, they take over bodies and they use these bodies as their vessels to do whatever bidding they're doing. And Philia's done the same thing, only this time with Reen, she's decided to let Reen choose her own path. You know what I'm saying? And kind of go about her own route, which I thought was pretty dope, all things considered. Thancred, on the other hand, don't know if he want to fuck this little girl or just be her dad. You know, because he feels some type of way about Menphilia, but then you got Miniphilia, and he's all angry because Miniphilia is here and not Menphilia. Yeah. So it's like, well, my dick remains hard because of this shit. Ain't this a bitch? God, ain't this a motherfucker?
It was like Thancred going through it.
You can only imagine, man. You can only imagine. So, Menphilia, yeah, she's basically, she gets these girls, like, she's been taking over the girls to combat these sin eaters all these times, and they've always died in combat and came back. And then you kind of add, I guess if you could say they had a father, it would be, that's where the whole fight between Thancred and Ranjit kind of happened, because Ranjit was training these Menphilias in combat. He was teaching them how to fight.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So that's why the whole fight with Thancred and Ranjit kind of took the turn it took, because it was basically, hey, look, that's my daughter, and they was fighting for custody of Menphilia, of Reen in a sense. So Ranjit, old cheap ass. So how did y'all feel when he kicked the whole goddamn train off the tracks?
Yo, that shit was hilarious.
What?
You ain't see that shit?
No, not yet. I'm not there.
Wait a minute, have you not done Malik as well yet, the dungeon?
No. Is that the 78 dungeon?
No, 76,
I think.
Is it 76 dungeon?
Yeah,
Okay, no, not yet. I think I'm right there.
Oh my Jesus Christ! This
dude is crazy strong. Man. That's the only thing I've noticed so far. Like, he kicked his own homie into the well.
I'm wondering if this motherfucker is like I'm starting to wonder if he's like an ancestor to Godbert and Hildebrand, because this dude is ridiculously strong.
Yeah, man, like heinously so.
You do this whole mission trying to get this fucking. I don't even know what it is. It's like an old school robot, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the
like,
Talos.
Yeah. So you get him up and running.
You get him going.
He's about to push the fucking trolley car just for it to get...
Just for Ranjit. Ranjit is standing there with his hands behind his goddamn back, looking like a virtual fighter boss, and he roundhouses the whole fucking trolley. Wow. And it don't help with Thancred, dumbass, because he's sitting over there looking. He's just kind of... and he looks straight. Hey, wait, is that Ranj? Goddamn, Charlie go this way, Talos go that way, you go back here. Thancred ain't nowhere to be found. Reen falls somewhere and pile drives herself. It's a whole clusterfuck of what just happened. Wow. And all he did was roundhouse kick the goddamn trolley. I think the Talos was more fucked up than anything, because
did you see the Talos' body after the mission? He had that nigga all slumped in the corner with flowers on his head.
Yo,
motherfucker looked like he came out of Tom and Jerry cartoon, fam. Like, he wasn't no good. I was like, hold on, bro. You don't just roundhouse kick trolleys and shit, bro. How do you do? He smiled doing the shit. But like, a lot of people wonder what the hell kind of job he was, because if you haven't like fought Ranjit yet, you've seen the dragon. If you fought him at least one time, the little dragon that's with him. Mm-hmm. But he takes that dragon and he actually combines with it. You know what I'm saying? So he gets armor, he gets a scythe. So my guess is that he's probably like that version, because you know in the first, the Dragoon at level 80 gets his armor called Terra Slaver armor, not Terra Slayer, Terra Slaver, meaning like a slave to dragons or a dragon slave, something like that. So with this dragon being binded to him in a sense, and him being able to combine with this dragon, I wonder if he's not a Dragoon, but he's considered the Terra Slaver. Right. You know what I'm saying? Since he can do that, so I thought that was pretty dope. What else did we have with the story? We had the Fae. Yeah. In Ilmeg, we had the Fae. There's some interesting little mischievous bastards. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you get your own. You get Fae-Ul, who actually comes in the handy a few times. And a lot of times. I like Fae-Ul. Roast the fuck out of you more often than not. Oh, so you just not going to call me. Or you call me, but you're going to have to call me nicely. You're going to have to basically beg me that you can stay your ass up there in the sky then. I'm not finna do all that. But you end up doing it anyway, right? And she brings the squad with her, and she turns Ranjit and them back around. Oh yeah. So
that was a very satisfying cutscene. I like when the little frog people came in, dude dropped that and put on underneath homeboy and just pulled him under the water. I'm like, whoa.
And they say it's funny because the lore behind them and the Nomu, those little other things that's way out there, they're apparently the Fae are apparently undead children. That's what they are. And then the Nomu are like they're like undead dogs or some shit like that. That may not be completely right. It's something with to do with that.
Because I know the frogs. I know they're the spirits of people that drown, the children that drown. And then
this is a fucked up concept. Square Enix is twisted sometimes.
But then you look at Ilmeg and it's all gorgeous. It's flowers and shit. Hell, there's so many flowers you fight. It's a walking flower basket out there that you fight. That aggro will beat you up with his flowers.
Man, that honestly, I think between that and Raktika Greatwood so far, only because I only have 2 areas left. And so, between those 2 right now, those are my favorite areas to be in.
Let me tell you what Raktika is. Raktika is the Sunken Temple of Corn meets Gridania. Bam.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what the fuck Raktika. Raktika got all the damn Sunken Temple of Corn enemies. Goddamn all the Gridanian enemies. Because you notice, it ain't a goddamn squirrel out there. It ain't nothing out there that's harvesting plant life. Everything out there will eat a human.
Oh, yeah.
Or was a human. It just got ate. You know what I'm saying? It's undead shit out there. There's monkeys out there. There are cubes out there that shoot beams. It's pumpkins out there.
Fucking with me, bro.
Look, man, them cubes is it's a big ass B rank chicken out there.
I saw the B rank chicken. I ran past that.
No, that's the A rank.
No, the one I saw was a B rank. It is a bigger one out there that's an A rank, but there's also a B rank. Okay. It's smaller than the A rank though. Okay, it's not as big.
No, the A rank one is huge.
Yeah, the A rank one is like 3 times its size.
The KFC chicken.
Yeah. It ain't like Porous or Paugia big, because that big motherfucker in Ilmeg, fuck him.
I actually joined the Hunting show the other day, and I actually caught the S rank out there.
Wait, they got S ranks already out?
Yeah, they got S ranks. Like every time you defeat it, there's a chance that if you defeat an S rank, Sin Eaters will spawn, and if you defeat the Sin Eaters, the SS rank will spawn. Yeah, the 4 virtues. So that's what they're called. So I'm super excited to run into one of those because I'm a big hunter. I like doing those.
I like hunting too. I didn't think it was that damn serious.
Oh, yeah.
It's very lucrative.
They're getting deep with it. Kind of how Fates kind of got a little bit more deeper. Fates ain't like super serious, but if you do Fates, it can be rewarding to an extent. Same thing with what they're trying to do with hunts. They're trying to make hunts something that you actually go out and do. I wish they did something with guild heist, but...
Right.
No, they can keep that. That shit's for low level. Like they gotta have stuff for low level. I just like
making fun of the fact that guild heist is still
damn guild heist, man. Still a thing. They got the nerve to put that shit on a duty roulette. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Real, at least give us some new ones if y'all gonna do that, bro.
So let's talk. So speaking of light wardens, there's an interesting light warden that's a primal, Titania. She is actually the result of what happens when I guess a fae or whatever she was before absorbs too much light, and she became a light warden in the process. So they had to lock her into this big ass castle that we had to go into to fight her. And so Titania herself does not appear evil, but when you beat Titania, that's when Fae-Ul becomes the king. Because Titania was originally king, but she absorbed way too much light, and she became a primal. So she was dangerous, obviously. And Fae-Ul becomes the next king, and she actually is pretty fucking gorgeous when she becomes that. So it's I thought it was pretty cool that I love how they just integrated so many things, so many characters into these roles, and for the first time in a long time, even though you were the warrior of darkness, even though you were obviously still the main character getting shit done, like it was nice to see such a take on other characters.
Definitely.
Not saying they didn't do it at first in Stormblood, but like using motherfuckers like Hien and shit, they wouldn't really around like that too heavy until Hien didn't really play a part until towards the end of Shadowbringers or Stormblood.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So in this particular case, we got Fae-Ul, who becomes the great king over all of the Fae and shit, and then we got the Nomu, who don't seem to play a part yet. Right. I'm thinking that maybe down the line, they're all aligned. They're all kind of with the Fae. They all made this pact, right? Yeah. So maybe the Nomu at some point will run into some Nomu that don't like each other or some shit that might want to break away. Maybe they'll summon a primal.
There are those evil Nomus because that's part of the storyline. So I was thinking like maybe they will summon a primal at some point. At
some point we might get a weird looking ass primal from the Nomu. What the fuck would that look like? Like what the fuck would that even be? You know what I'm saying?
Star Nose Moon.
Yeah. So so let's see what else I got. I got some stuff from Ron G. We talked about that, him being a terror slave. Also, I came from that conclusion though, because he kind of binded himself to that dragon like the Crystal Exarch did, to binded himself to the Crystal Tower. Right. You look like a light just went off. What happened?
Okay, when you say terror slavery, usually Terra, at least in Final Fantasy, Terra is It's like a prefix for Earth.
Yeah, Earth or dragon, something like that.
So like Terra Slaver is an Earth Slaver. And so if he's doing that with his dragon, maybe he's like a Beastmaster of some sort.
He could be a Beastmaster, very much.
Yeah,
so.
that'd be cool to see him whip out like some more animals or something like that and fuse with them.
I don't know, because Beastmasters don't fuse with their animals like that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, because like they're gonna rework it from 11, so it's obviously gonna play a little bit different. So I'm like, maybe that becomes like a thing. Maybe they're like, it's like a certain monster, like they'll fuse with it for like a second, or like a random enemy in a dungeon.
It could.
You take on that. You take on that monster for like a few seconds. You have like an ability or two. Use those two, and then it goes away.
I can see that being more of a summoner thing though. Okay. Than a Beastmaster. I mean, a Beastmaster is just someone who tames a beast, basically. You don't have to, there's no real reason to fuse with a beast that you've tamed. True. But I mean, it could happen. You know what I'm saying? Definitely could happen if you tamed it already. At that point, you can maybe get it to cooperate. So I see what you mean. It can happen on both sides.
Like, possibly. But honestly, I feel like Beastmaster just end up being another limited job like Blue.
Oh, God.
Nobody wants that shit.
we don't say the B word.
I can see Summoner being fusing, because if you think about it, like hell, even when he summons Bahamut, if you've ever done it, like he does this whole thing where he kind of raises up the thing and then he goes out, and that's when Bahamut spreads his wings and shit like that. So I mean, in a sense, they're already kind of fused and binded to these summons.
And Xenos did kind of speak on that a little bit. Like right before he fused with Shinryu, he was like, "You have the power to echo, but you're not using it in the way that you could." And then that's when he proceeds to fuse with Shinryu like nothing. I'm like, are they gonna do like a primal fusion?
It's a lot. It's a lot of
no way. I'm like, don't put that thread in there, Square Enix.
It's a lot of little tidbits, man. If you think about a lot of stuff, like even the main scenario, the way Laha Breha talked about Heidelin, he just basically roasts the fuck out of Heidelin, but he never tells you why. Mm-hmm. He's just like, oh well, you're children of light and Heidelin's this and that. I'm like, okay, well, who's on the other side and who the hell are you supporting? Because Heidelin, what makes Heidelin so bad?
Right, but after hearing Emmett Selk tell this story about like Zodiac and Heidelin and how like basically he was the god of the first world and Heidelin came and split it up. Basically. And then that's the reason they're trying to rejoin all the worlds. I was like, oh crap, that's crazy.
I mean, I see what you mean.
So I can kind of see why they
felt that.
That's what I was like. I can kind of see why they're justified in doing it's still wrong.
Yeah,
but I see their motivation. That's some actually really good writing right there.
Because my whole question is, why did Heidelin have to show up? If Zodiac did this, he tempered everybody, right? Right. So my guess, I mean, I think it says something as to why it happened, but I don't remember a legit reason as to why Heidelin just sort of appeared. Because it was Zodiac initially, and they summoned Zodiac to I can't even remember the backstory of the lore exactly, because I watched that whole cutscene because it was so interesting. It's funny because Emmett Selk is the first person that I've ever known to look at Alpha No and own him in conversation. Nobody owns Alpha No. Nobody owns Alpha No owned fucking Vol 3. And it took Vol 3 3 seconds to realize that he just got owned. Motherfucker was like, that motherfucker just didn't security. And it's funny because nobody did anything though. Nobody did anything when it happened, because everybody was, their will has kind of already, that whole Yulmore thing had kind of, all of their free wills, they got it until they don't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's there until it's not. So when Vol 3 got upset about that happening, everybody's just kind of like, the hell you want us to do about it, though? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got owned, but fuck you.
We ain't got no free will.
I don't really know what you want us to do, so I'm just going to stand here and continue.
That nigga got mad, bro. Started squirming and shit.
That motherfucker got mad. I was officially done with Vol 3, man, when he got to poking out them little ass wings and flew off the fucking balcony. I was like, this dude weigh 1,000 pounds. How are these wings How are these wings supporting him? These wings are the size of Brayden on a good day.
Man,
they're the size of a small child. Those wings is every bit of this long. Okay, and this motherfucker's as big as a Snorlax.
Dude,
and so it's what in the actual
Please
fuck?
Tell me y'all seen the meme of somebody riding on the back of that nigga.
Yeah.
With
a fucking dangling cake thing like a fucking fat chocobo.
Oh god, no, I need that.
I can see that being a thing, and it's
they
retarded.
Need to make that a thing.
So overall, man, shit, what y'all think? Because I ain't really got nothing else. Unless y'all want to talk about something.
I mean, just to touch back on Yulmore. Yulmore is actually a really creepy place.
Yeah, it's a creepy fucking yes.
Very much so.
Very creepy.
It's dark as fuck.
I mean, Shadowbringers. So it's like they definitely brought the darkness to it, and I'm loving every bit of it. Like,
I mean,
out the gate. I mean, as soon as you see, homegirl get stabbed and turned into a shadow. I mean, the Sin Eater. That right there was like, okay, so that's what we do.
I've never been so afraid of something so genuinely lovely looking. That motherfucker came down with a sword and a shield with a straight face, like somebody finna get this.
Like, didn't think about it, didn't blink, just so I'm like, wow. So there's that. Like the moment where you're helping out the little girl who couldn't sing in the dungeon.
Oh yeah.
And so you try to help her out. There's nothing the doctor can do, and then even that doctor was like, man, I'd rather be out here than in there. It's safe out here. Yeah. So you go back and you tell her you can't do nothing. So she's like, well, what am I gonna do? My master's, he'll kill me. And so he's like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna talk to Lord Valther to have you ascended. I was like,
and we're just like, oh, that's dope. What do you mean?
Oh, he about to turn you into a Sin Eater.
You about to become one of them things over there. You're gonna be sitting next to Valther with your legs up.
And she just walked off so happy. I was like, you have no idea what you're getting into. I'm like, this is so dark.
This is so it's creepy. It's
very refreshing, man.
And I mean, okay, so you think about shit like that, right? All the way Yulmore works, and you can't help but wonder, meal.
Oh yeah, the meal.
Mm-hmm. It's Sin Eater. It's literally Sin Eater. They've been eating Sin Eater this entire time. That's what meal is. It's pieces of Sin Eater.
I must not be at that part where I found that out yet.
It happens later. But you did get them when you first got to Gate Town.
Yeah.
And Rouse out Yulmore. Remember when them twins came out and they was passing out meal? The motherfuckers was lined up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was eating Sin Eater the entire. That's why the shit's so good. Valtteri was slowly but surely tempering them in a sense. He was basically enslaving them with the meal and shit. Because he has command over the Sin Eater. So feeding them Sin Eater from the inside, he takes control. Mm-hmm. That's why everybody outside Gate Town was just kind of chilling. And it kind of, like, I kind of wondered, because I was like, so these motherfuckers, the only way they eating is they just eating this goddamn roll of bread? And they living in these poor ass houses, and this is okay? Like, this ain't right. And then it fucked me up even worse when the dude that was a painter before Alphino became the assistant to the couple, they tossed this motherfucker over the fucking balcony into the water. Mm-hmm. Like, they tossed him because he was useless in the society. They tossed him. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. I was like, yo, this is nuts. And they was okaying this shit the entire time. Nobody knew anything. They just sitting up eating Sin Eater.
And what it kind of reminded me of is I was kind of talking to Eastop about this a couple days ago, but I love the fact that my favorite Final Fantasy of all time is Final Fantasy IX. Right. And in 14, I feel like they haven't shown it enough love. Like, they put out, the Zidane outfit and stuff like that, and that's cool. But I really wanted some more Final Fantasy IX love. Maybe like the 24-man raid, or just like some kind of like quest line or like an event like they did with 13 and 15. Just like a little event for it.
I mean, if you played the what is it, the physical role class thing or whatever, and you got to work with the bard, the rich ass bard. Yeah, that was all Zidane right there. Technically, Zidane. So y'all say Zidane wasn't a bitch, and he wasn't. But Zidane also was immature as fuck.
Yeah. I think immature.
He was immature as fuck, and even though he was deemed a womanizer, he was terrible at it. He was not that great at being a womanizer.
He wasn't?
No, Zidane was a pimp.
Who did he get?
The two bitches on the ship.
Like, bro, he got the two on the ship, and then him and Fred had something going on, and then even the girl at the bar.
I remember that. He fucked that up. He fucked that up.
He was fucking Fred. That's the fucked up. A monkey was fucked. I'm just saying.
Burmesian and I forgot what like
he was tearing her back off.
He was not. I'm almost positive. He don't even know half the time when he fucking up with women. So I highly doubt he even made it.
That's just men in general.
True.
We don't know when we're fucking up.
Can't really argue with that one. That's
we think we're doing right. Then next time, like, oh fuck you.
Before you know it, it's like, wait a minute. We do cool downs.
So the jobs that you're going with are machinist and gunbreaker. Right?
Those are my primary. I'm looking to probably have 2 jobs each category, and by category I mean 2 melees, 2 ranged, 1. I'm only gonna have 1 caster because I don't play Black Mage or Summoner. Healers, I'm gonna have at least 1, but if I'm either gonna have 1 or I'm gonna have all 3.
At this point, I'm thinking about picking a White Mage.
And I'm grinding all 4 tanks, so that's what I'm looking at so far.
And you're going with
Dancer for my range, of course. Summoner, more than likely for my mage. Of course, Ninja for my melee. Astro for my healer. If I do pull up another melee, more than likely it's gonna be my Dragoon.
Yeah, Dragoon is coming together nicely.
It's coming back. Yeah.
It's coming together nicely as far as what I got. I just got the 75, and you can. Oh, so another thing, if y'all didn't know, for anybody listening, it's not with every job. But if you go to the Wolves Den, you know how they switch your hotbar around and they give you that full hotbar? You can actually try out a lot of the job skills that you're wondering about at the Wolves Den. If you go in there and you turn into a samurai actually has the high jump and he has a star diver.
Samurai has that?
Or I'm sorry, Dragoon.
I was gonna say, wait,
Dragoon
what?
actually has the star diver and the high jump.
Wow.
So if you were wondering, but you don't want to grind it, you just want to see how cool they look before you start, you can actually do that there.
Wow, that's crazy.
So you can Astro in there. Who else? It's a couple of jobs, man, that's got like monks and that the Hadoken that monks use. You can try that there. So it's a lot of jobs. Not every job again has them all, but like machinists didn't have Bob. You know what I'm saying? They had air anchor though.
Okay.
So you can try to samurai had the Hisatsu Sene where they double slash with the sights and shit. So a lot of the jobs got a lot of their level 80 skills there. So you can try it's it's about the best you can get to keep from grinding jobs, and then you turn out you don't like it as much as you thought. So that's just a little useful tidbit for somebody.
All right, Eastside, what about you, job wise?
shit, Bard and Scholar. That's it.
Keep it simple.
You know what? I might try out Samurai because I do want to melee this go around because I skipped melee for shit. I don't even think I took Monk up in Heaven's Ward. I did not take Monk up in Heaven's Ward. I stopped at 2.0 with Monk.
Man, you gotta...
So I'm thinking about taking the melee up. So it's probably gonna be Samurai.
At this
Yeah,
point,
bring
man,
that old school Eastside back, man.
Bro, you
Bring
talking
out
about
bro.
old school? I dust off my spiral the other day. I was like, whoo. These motherfuckers covered in dirt. Shit, I put them in the zone and went to 4-point Fury and shit just to try it out. It's still there. I still got it, but damn, that damn Dragon, that Samurai, boy, let me tell you.
I'm trying to get my ninja up. I'm loving Dancer too much right now, though. That's because I'm loving, we have a move called Saber Dance.
Yeah,
Potency on that Saber Dance, and that's a 76 skill. Here's for 600 potency on the first thing, 300 potency for everything else.
Oh, it's a fall off. That's crazy because 600 potency with no fall off.
And so it's it comes from our Esper gauge, and it costs 50 Esper, so I can at least fire 2 of those off at max. And so it's I can build my Esper up off of weapon skills. I build it up off of my partner's weapon skills as well.
Oh shit!
And then I can get it from the entire party's weapon skills if I do improvisation, and that's my channel.
Well,
and so it's I get Esper from that, and then it also gives out a 10% healing increase for the entire party as well.
Dancer is support, man.
Dancer is straight up support.
When it comes to
OP support.
When it comes to those three melee range, Dancer is the support before it's a DPS.
Yeah.
Bard, I believe, is smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
And then Machinist is selfish.
Right
Machinist said, "Fuck it, I don't know what the fuck this is. I fuck all this. I got a gun."
They just need to take Bard and change that into this motherfucking Ranger. So I can just fire outside one that's for 800 potency.
They take away the support shit. I mean, they would take away, what would they take away? Some of them skills that y'all are y'all's though.
We don't have many support skills.
Nah.
We really don't.
Bring back the Bow Mage.
No.
Jesus.
We gonna end on that one.
Yeah, we gonna cut that off. We need to
bring back the Bow Mage.
No, because then they gonna be tempted to bring the gun mage, and then you gonna have a dance mage.
Oh no.
The motherfucker gonna freeze in the middle of his dances. No, bro, no.
Alright, so final thoughts. What are you giving this expansion out of 10?
10.
10 out of 10?
I mean, we just started, so let me do it. So far, I'll give it a 9. You know, no expansion's perfect, but so far this one is.
I'll give it a 9 and 1 to grow on.
Yeah.
That's what it is to me. It's you've met all my expectations. The only thing I can say is what you got for me next.
Starting off strong. Hopefully they can, no you know, ain't no game gonna stay that strong because eventually it does die down. But as long as they stay consistently strong, you know, they don't have to be top dog strong. Just stay consistent with what they working with.
Right.
And with people like Yoshitaru and fucking Soken on the back, I don't see how they can fuck it up.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So, there it is, man. This is Shadowbringers. This is the Tribal Brothers, and we have brought you our thoughts on Shadowbringers so far. I'm pretty sure we'll be back when the expansions drop and things like that to give our inputs as well. With that being said, I am Sir Mackleton Fauntleroy the Third Esquire, man, followed by
Be for real.
And your boy Estop.
yes, sir, My Ninja Gaming, and we are out.
Also, ninjas for our final players here. I know that the Stormblood album previously was not on Apple Music. It was only on Spotify and Amazon. It is now on there.
Oh,
along with
it
the
is.
entire soundtrack for Final Fantasy 13, which is incredible. Please go listen to it.
If you've never sat there and listened to a whole soundtrack of a Final Fantasy, you need to fucking do that shit.
Please.
And Journeys just came out, the latest one for 14. So
Oh, I can't wait.
that shit is fantastic.
And we are out. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun shit. We will be back with an episode of My Ninja Gaming next Sunday. Or we're gonna do a midweek podcast.
We can bet on Sunday. I don't know if we can bet on midweek.
Because we're still meeting up with the boys, so we'll figure everything out.
We'll see.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and we are out.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.